Drumscribe.
Subscribe to catch a new Drumscribe Education curriculum lesson every Sunday. Join me as we progress from level 0 to level 8, building strong fundamentals and real control on the drum kit. You can find the full lesson packs, including PDF sheet music and Guitar Pro practice files, on the Drumscribe shop page. And if you wanted guided support as you work through the curriculum, check out Drumscribe Mentorship, where I help you stay consistent, accountable, and on track. Let's get started. In the first lesson, 0.01 quartz notes, we learned rhythm for the first time, when to play a note. In 0.02 kick, snare and hi-hat, we learned orchestration, where to play those notes on the kit. And now in this lesson, we're putting those skills together to learn your very first drum groove. You'll build the coordination needed to play simultaneous hits, learn how to order them correctly, and turn them into a complete groove. From there, we'll organise that groove into 4-bar musical sentences, giving you a framework you can use to speak through the drums. By the end of this lesson, you'll be developing muscle memory that can serve you for a lifetime of drumming. Throughout, I'll demonstrate most exercises at 100 BPM. Use the YouTube speed controls to slow things down. I recommend starting around 60 to 70 BPM, so be ready to adjust the speed during each demonstration. Exercise 1, simultaneous hits. Before building your first groove, we need to understand how simultaneous hits are written and performed. In exercise 1A, you'll see multiple note heads attached to a single quartz note stem. This tells us that the kick and hi-hat are played at exactly the same time. When performing simultaneous hits, aim to place the notes directly on top of each other in time. At first, one limb, often the foot, may arrive slightly early or late. That's normal. Slow it down and focus on syncing the limbs as closely as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. In exercise 1B, the hi-hat and snare are played simultaneously. We'll be using the closed playing position introduced in 0.02, so make sure your hands are crossed. Right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise 2, building the groove. Now it's time to start building what will become your first drum groove. A drum groove, sometimes called a drum beat, is the main repeating pattern that drives most of a song. The kick, snare and hi-hat are the most common voices used for grooves, so that's why we're starting here. In exercise 2A, you'll play a 2-beat sequence that forms the foundation of the groove. Beat 1 is a kick and hi-hat together, beat 2 is a snare and hi-hat together. Because the hi-hat is played on both beats, shift most of your attention to the kick and snare placements. For now, we'll rest on beats 3 and 4 to give your movements time to adapt. 1, 2, 3, 4. In exercise 2B, we repeat the 2-beat idea to create a full bar of groove. After that, we rest for a full bar to reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise 3, the full groove. If you can play one bar comfortably now, it's time to try the groove continuously. Pay attention to how many bars you can play cleanly without a mistake. After multiple practice sessions, muscle memory will develop and the groove will require less conscious effort. At first, expect your full attention to be locked in. That's completely normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once the groove feels confident on its own, try playing along with drumless tracks on YouTube between 60 and 100 beats per minute. or you can try it out with your favourite songs. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 with the music, you can try playing this groove with it. Let's play the groove again, this time with a musical example from one of the upcoming checkpoint songs in the curriculum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise 4. 4-bar musical sentences. I like to think of drumming as a language. In spoken language, we organise words into sentences so ideas make sense. Drumming works in the same way. Most contemporary music is organised in groups of 4 bars, so we'll start there. I'm using exercise 4D to show you this for the first time as it's straight ahead quarter notes at the end. In these exercises, you'll play 3 bars of the groove, think of this as the main idea, followed by 1 bar of a drum fill, acting like a full stop at the end of the sentence. A drum fill is a short break from the groove where the drummer adds variation, often to transition between sections or end a phrase. Fills can be simple or complex depending on the musical requirements. For now, we'll use the quarter note snare rhythms from 0.01. That means returning to the R1, L2, R3, L4 sticking concept for the fill on bar 4, while keeping close sticking for the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you're playing your first musical sentence. Rather than relying on sheet music forever, let's start counting bars so you always know where you are. We'll count the bar number out loud on the first kick of each bar. I'll demonstrate this now, and by the way, counting can feel difficult at first, like learning a new independence, but once it settles, it makes everything easier to track. So let's put that work in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we now go back to exercise 4A, you'll notice the fill rhythm on bar 4 changes. This is true for all exercises from 4A through to 4H. Let's first check each fill rhythm on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's play exercise 4A through to 4H continuously. This gives us 8 musical sentences, 8 different fills, and 32 bars of playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise 5, Improvisation. As you probably know by now, I like to finish each study with improvisation to test fluency. In Exercise 5, you'll improvise the fill on bar 4 of each musical sentence. You can use any fill rhythm from Exercise 4A to H, or any quarter note rhythm from the 0.01 sheet. If you're stuck, think of those sheets as your written vocabulary. Remember, close sticking for the groove, and R1, L2, R3, L4 for the fill. We'll both play the groove, you take the fill. I'll cycle this for 8 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before moving on to S0.1, Song 1, Rock, the first checkpoint song in the curriculum, make sure you check off the achievements listed on the lesson file pack on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Those achievements confirm your groove and musical sentence skills are ready to apply in real music. And if you'd like guided support through this curriculum, including feedback, accountability, and help structuring your practice using my RESI system, take a look at Drumscribe Mentorship. It's designed to help you progress through the curriculum with clarity and confidence, with feedback from myself weekly. Check it out in the description below.